You are an NPC. You're a bot. You are a normie. You're a brokey, actually, and you are living in the Matrix. You just don't even realize it. Just cogging the machine. Maybe it's time we take a page out of Luke Belmar's book, The King of Escaping the Matrix, to find out how we can go from brokey to hoagies to unlimited hoagies because of how much money we have. That's one I just made up. From brokey to no key. Nokia by Drake. This guy, if you haven't seen him before, you probably have seen him. He's got 10 Instagram accounts, apparently, that we found here. Belmar Stoic, The Super Belmar, Belmar Wealth, Capital Club HQ, Capital Club Community, Capital Club Ecosystem, Capital Talks, and many more. People claim that he's the best at yaponomics, aka he loves to yap, but that means that we can learn from this man. That means he's willing to spew knowledge for free for us to gobble up like the little fucking normies we are. Little truffle normies, looking for those little bits of info in the ground. I don't want to be a brokey anymore. I don't want to be a brokey. I'm in the Matrix. I don't want to be a little NPC anymore. Where's the knowledge? Let's learn and live and laugh and love.
Fuck what the NPCs think. Who gives a fuck what the peasants think? We run this shit. If you're a king, you're an emperor. People care what you think, not you care what the fucking normies think. That's unbelievable. It's never gonna happen. Operate, move as if nobody existed, because they don't give a fuck about you. They're on their phones. They're distracted by social media. So confused. And then in 30 seconds, you're not even a memory.
Damn, hard-ass editing, first of all. I was fully captivated the whole time. I think the best little bit I got from that was move as if no one exists. I mean, it's actually kind of sick. It's also funny because it's like, I understand the advice, like, you know, make moves as if nobody's opinion matters or whatever. Like, who cares about what other people think of you? I get that. That's good advice, right? But move as if no one exists is like the next level of that. Is that even good advice? Like, just pretend you're the only one on earth. It's like, how would you even run a business then? Who are you selling to? If you're moving as if no one exists, then like, wouldn't you not even bother with a product? Because you're like, well, no one's gonna buy it because no one exists. There's nobody on earth. I feel like it's a little contradictory. This one's from Belmar Inspire.
What do you learn from 9/11? That it was an inside job. Okay, cool. What does that tell you? That there's going to be more of them. What does that tell me? That I need to get rich and get out so that I'm not bound to the system. Whatever vertical you take me down, the first solution is self-develop, have a good spiritual relationship with God, and then make some money. It doesn't matter what conspiracy, left, right, center, tsunamis, end of the world, zombies, werewolf, you can name it. It boils down to those simple things. How well developed are you? How spiritually and mentally strong you are? And do you have money to be able to output any bad situation?
I love how fast he moves on from that. Okay, cool. What does that tell you? Well, it's like, wait, go back. Hold on. I know people say it was an inside job, but like, was it? You telling me there's gonna be zombies and a tsunami and... What? Oh, I'm not gonna worry about that shit. See, guys, if you're rich, a tsunami doesn't matter because you'll be on a yacht. No, tsunami would still fuck up a yacht big time. You'll be up in a blimp when the tsunami hits and you get to watch the whole thing from your blimp because you're a billionaire. We all know the first thing we'd all buy if we fucking were worth $1 billion is a blimp. There's like 6 blimps on Earth. It's like the sickest thing to own ever. Zombies? Yeah, no, good luck getting up here in this blimp. I think my favorite part about this clip was the, cut to the interviewer and he's like, kind of looking down at his iPad, like I don't really know where to go from here, honestly. What question do you ask as a follow-up to that? He just said 9/11 was an inside job. There's going to be more 9/11s, government planned tsunamis and zombies, but it doesn't matter unless you're rich and you were in touch with God. He's like, cool. So what's tell me about fucking your childhood?
Well, can you call up and be like, yo, can you wire me $1 million? I'll send you. I'm good for it. Oh, you don't have those friends? I do. So I can tell you it's real. Oh no, there's no way that... That's because you're a peasant. You don't understand these things. And in due time, be quiet. Think more than 4 seconds before you speak.
Damn, ouch, bro. Holy shit. Didn't have to be mean about it. Why is this guy being so mean? I'm just trying to watch the clip. Jesus, that actually hurt my feelings a little bit. Shut the fuck up, little bitch, all right? Think for 4 seconds before speaking. Okay, sorry.
Don't be reactive, be proactive. Listen, maybe I'm not wasting my time here. Maybe I'm trying to teach you something that's good for you.
He's kind of rapping. It's kind of like spitting bars at the same time, Don't be reactive, be proactive. In the passes, in the Luke Belmar tests.
People, can you call up and be like, yo, can you wire me $1 million? I'll send you. I'm good for it. Oh, you don't have those friends? I do. so I can tell you it's real. Oh no, there's no way. That's because you're a peasant. You don't understand these things.
The way he's looking at the camera and then also to someone else, maybe that's not there, is weirdly effective. I'm like, he's dissing me to my face, but then also to this fucking random guy that's right there maybe, which is even more hurtful somehow. Because he's more acknowledging this person than he's sort of looking at me just to tell me I'm a piece of shit.
In due time, be quiet. Think more than 4 seconds before you speak.
Jesus, man. You're right, actually. I'm sorry. That's literally what I'm doing, is being reactive. This is a reaction video. That's what I have to do, but maybe you're right. Let's be proactive. Let's watch the next one. I'm gonna shut my mouth. I'm just gonna learn.
Escalators belong to the Matrix, ladies and gentlemen. They are tools designed to keep you sedentary in a sedentary lifestyle, not walking, not exercising. We're using one like hypocrites because there's actually no way to get out. There's no stairs. We could technically walk up these. Oh, this is the second floor. Jump over.
All right, I gotta open my mouth. You know what? I actually kind of agree with this one. Weirdly, I do. If you can, if you're physically able and the stairs are available, you should take them. I fully believe in that, but that's just like the fitness douche in me, I guess. Listen, you take the elevator or the escalator, it doesn't really matter, right? But like small things like that, you know, you start to get used to them. By the time you know it, you're unhealthy, I guess, is what I'm saying. So actually, me and Luke are kind of aligned on this one, which is why I opened my mouth. Because I wanted to tell him personally, I feel you. I don't think it's a tool of the Matrix. I wouldn't go that far. I think it's just helpful. I mean, some people actually need it. Some people are, you know, I don't know, disabled, not able-bodied. They can't take the stairs. They need that. I don't think it was like Neo or whoever being like, you know, how do we keep these people from walking up the stairs? The Lizard Kings or whatever in the Illuminati meeting, like, stairs are making people too jacked. They're going to revolt. We must build the escalators. So look at this. We're already learning so much. Wow, that one was deleted. That must have been too juicy. Must have gotten too many people out of the Matrix. The lizards were like, shut that one down, Luke. You're giving away too much sauce.
The f*** out of the Matrix? What do I do, realistically? What are my first steps?
Go do some push-ups.
Push-ups?
Yeah, go do some push-ups. If you can't do push-ups, how are you supposed to do anything else in life? Oh, yeah, the push-ups. Go do them.
NPC voice. NPC voice.
Do 50 push-ups a day for 30 days. What, you think you're gonna run a multi-million-dollar business? Oh yeah, but look at all these guys. Yeah, the example is just establish discipline in some area of your life.
Yeah, actually, I kind of... Man, I am a douche. I am a douche. Why do I agree with that one too? Let me explain. Okay, the way he delivers it is not really communicating the thought around it, I feel like. He is, but he's doing it like abrasively, so you're like, this guy fucking sucks. I think what he said there about establishing discipline in one area of your life, if you want to be successful in others, that's a valid concept. That is totally valid. Push-ups are an easy way to do that. You don't need a gym, you don't need anything. Just get down and do some push-ups. I actually think I agree with this one because I've been doing push-ups lately. I've been doing it for a while now. It's getting a lot easier to do 100 push-ups. It's actually helping in other aspects of my life. I'm like, if I can do that, I can be disciplined elsewhere. God damn it. What is this video? This was supposed to be cringe, and I'm just agreeing with everything. This guy, I guess we have some of the same opinions, and I guess the only difference is he's probably worth like $20 million, and I'm not. I just have the shitty opinions.
The problem is they're striving. You strive for air. I don't strive. The money comes to me. Why? Because you become the type of person that attracts money. How? Position yourself in the right rooms. Read the right books.
I love the way that this guy talks. It's weirdly enthralling. Okay, so who? That listing shit like that and then agreeing with yourself, asking another question to yourself and then continuing to go, it makes you feel like you're the one asking the questions and agreeing, right? But then the other shit he's saying is like so hard to follow. It's like this weird sort of feeling you get when you watch him where you're like, okay, you're like sort of following, but then you're like, what the fuck is this guy saying?
Develop the right frameworks. I think we find ourselves in a situation
Yacht. Good luck with the tsunami, bro.
Where people don't like it. And they don't like it because it's a mirror that reflects who they are. And when you get a true reflection of who you are, it can be offensive.
This guy's veneers go insane. He just said, give me the whitest, biggest teeth you got.
You need to be offended in order to change.
Okay, I just didn't even pick up a single piece of info from that one. Had no idea what he said.
Told you there's no such thing as cheap or expensive. What if that $1,000 wallet isn't expensive? What if you just don't have money? Now, I know this may sound crazy as a concept, but when you understand this, you realize that you can change money and morph money and multiply money extremely quickly by understanding the principle of multiplying your time capital.
What? How are you gonna end it there? How are you not gonna explain what time capital means? What if I told you the things you can't afford aren't actually expensive? You're just a fucking loser. What if I told you that? How does that framing make you feel? Kinda like shit? Yeah. No wonder you feel like shit, because you're poor and you're a loser. What if I told you you don't actually feel like shit? Shit feels like you when it's feeling bad. How does that make you feel? Kind of like shit. Okay, shit, that's interesting. That's an interesting concept, feel like shit. What if I told you that when you take a shit, you're not actually taking the shit. The shit is staying in one place and you are raising up. That's right. The turd is actually staying at the same level and your body is raising up off the turd because the shit is actually taking you. Does that make you think about the Matrix a little bit differently? Yeah. Thought so. Let me tell you about time capital. What if I told you you're outrunning one security guard away from that wallet being completely free? What if I told you that?
Brother, if you died today, your mother, me, and maybe another 50, 75 people show up. By 2 p.m., half of us are hungry. We're booking restaurants. By 5 p.m., your mom can't shed any more tears. She goes home, she goes to bed, and in the morning she figures out, how do I pay the bill? And everybody's back to work. Long gone dream, baby.
What the fuck? What the fuck, man? What's the lesson there? I don't know who that poor guy is that he's talking to, but I mean, he just annihilated that guy. Brother, you don't understand. When you die, nobody will remember you. Not even your own mom. Jesus, bro. I invite you on my yacht and this is how you treat me? Sad but true. Oh man, Belmar, he gets it, bro.
When you start school, what does your first grade teacher ask you? What is your dream job? Not what is your dream? Not what do you want to do in life? What do you want to achieve in life? What countries do you want to visit? No, what is your dream job? What type of cog are you gonna be in the fucking machine when you grow up? From day one, you're being programmed to be a bot.
That one's not bad, actually. Having a job is not bad. It's not bad. You gotta make money. Not everyone can be a fucking entrepreneur. Not everyone can be you, Luke Belmar. Some people like being in the Matrix, all right? It's cozy. Yeah, also, like, how many first graders know what a country even is? If you asked a first grader, what is your dream job? They understand that. They know what a job is. Their parents have jobs, probably. They know what a job is. So what is your dream job? A firefighter. They're like learning about jobs then, you know? Doesn't mean they're being programmed. If you ask them, what is your dream? They'd be like, purple fucking dogs and like, okay, yeah, sorry, I forgot you're like 6 or however old you are in first grade. I want a really big bounce house and a blimp. And you're like, did you just say blimp? That is how you should be thinking, son. That is how you escape the Matrix right there. If you asked a first grader what countries they'd like to visit, they'd be like, I want to go to America. You're like, you're in it, dumbass. Okay, what, do you know any other countries even?
This is how people read, dumb motherfuckers, bro. You don't read books like a fucking novel, bro. You don't read a book like a fucking novel. Ooh, let me get surprised. Let me see what's gonna happen. No, you go figure out things that are essential for you and you skim out through the entire book. You skim the entire book, you understand what the book is about, and then you attack it based off of your necessities. This is how you attack knowledge books, bro. You don't read them like a fucking novel, bro. Who's taught you that shit? The only person that's teaching that shit's the school system, bro. They don't even teach you how to fucking learn.
I love the captions. He's got like a little caption mustache the whole time.
1, 2, This is how people read, dumb motherfuckers, bro.
1, 2, That is how I read, honestly. Sorry, I thought reading a book like front to back was normal, but I guess that's not normal. I guess that's what dumb people do. Is being surprised beta? Is that a beta thing to do?
You don't read books like a fucking novel, bro. You don't read a book like a fucking novel. Ooh, let me get surprised.
Let me get surprised.
Let me see what's gonna happen.
Let me see what's gonna happen. Oh, I can't wait to find out what's gonna happen in this book. Loser! No, you're supposed to read it back to front, idiot, so you already know what's gonna happen when you read it front to back. Let me get surprised. I kind of love this dude, honestly.
You need millions of followers. You just need 300 dudes that'll go to war for you. 300 dudes. Everybody nets $1 million a year, which is super easy to do. Now you have a network that's worth $300 million in its first year. How powerful is that? The next year, it's worth 600. In 10 years, you have a $3 billion network. That's with no appreciation of assets, just your income generated. Tell me that's not possible. Dude, I'm teaching people here how you can build syndicates that are powerful. You start building trusts and shares and holdings companies. How do you think the rich people operate?
All you need is 300 dudes. You don't need followers. You don't need money. All you need is 300 dudes. Better start collecting dudes, because you're gonna need 300 of them to be truly happy. happy and successful in life. God, where do I go about finding dudes? What about dudefinder.com, the sponsor of today's video? Do you feel like you don't have enough dudes in your life? Are you missing the 300 dudes you need to feel happy and fulfilled? Well, introducing Dude Finder. Find dudes in your area to hang and chill, post up, and chill the fuck out with.
$1 million a year, which is super easy to do.
All 30 of those guys show them how to make $1 million a year, which is super easy to do. Now you have a network
$300 million.
that's worth $300 million. Easy. See, it all starts with the dudes. And how does it end? $300 million. Teach a man to fish, he can fish for a lifetime. Teach 300 dudes to make $1 million a year, and you're set for a life, brother. Teach 300 dudes to make $1 million per year, and you can post up forever.
In 10 years, you have a $3 billion network. That's with no appreciation of assets, it's just your income generated. Tell me that's not possible. Dude, I'm teaching people here how you can build syndicates.
Syndicates, baby. Fucking, that's a sick word.
You start building trusts and shares and holdings companies. How do you think the rich people operate?
Syndicates, holding companies, fucking shares. I'm loving these terms, man. I'm loving these terms. I want to be one of Belmar's dudes. Phrasing, but you know what I'm saying. I want him to teach me how to make $1 million guaranteed every single year. I want to be part of a syndicate.
How much money you have? Like, what's your net worth?
I'm not gonna tell you. No chance. That's one of those things where I will never disclose how much I'm worth because I've learned a lot about how Asians move with regards to money.
What? What's with the racism? You just said I've learned a lot about how Asians move with money because the host is Asian?
Money's energy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see. He's saying he learned how Asians think about money and he took... I see. Damn, I thought he was like accusing the co-host of like, like, I don't know, doing something with his money because he's Asian. I know how you Asians think, all right? I'm not telling you how much I'm worth.
The moment you begin to expose that energy, right? People start to understand how powerful or how weak you truly are. So, numbers, we'll keep them private. Let's just leave actions to speak for themselves.
Nice, yeah.
That's the name of the game.
Nice, facts. Nice, dude. Yeah. I really want to know how much he's worth, honestly. I kind of need to know how much money is in this guy's account. I think that would be really cathartic, weirdly. After watching all these videos, it's like, just fucking tell us, dude. What's the number?
The net worth of the royal family, they've literally built this entire sandhill into an absolute utopia. It's absolute bananas. and you look at their net worth on Forbes and it says $2 billion. To make $2 billion a day. You have no idea. These people are sitting on trillions of dollars, liquid, whether it's in cash or in liquid petroleum, black gold. They're sitting on trillions of dollars. Real wealth shuts up.
Real wealth shuts up. Which is a funny thing to say coming from the biggest yapper on earth. You're the king of yaponomics, dude. All you do is talk, apparently. So then to be like confronted, like, what's your net worth? And be like, I don't talk about that. Real wealth shuts the fuck up. It's like, dude, you just talked for an hour about how rich you are. What do you mean you're not gonna say the number? What do you mean real wealth shuts up? Real wealth yaps.
Tan isn't to just be tan. You tan because it makes you more fucking money. You get vitamin D, you become healthy, your sleep cycles are in check, therefore you sleep better. You're gonna look healthier. You don't think all those things are gonna lead you to make more money? You tanning for 15 minutes is a business play. It's a money play. But you do not perceive it with those eyes. Therefore you see it as a chore, and that's where you lose. That's where I went.
A chore? What? Don't people do that because they like it? Dude, tans is a chore. All right, this one I disagree with. I don't think tanning is productive at all. I do think it somewhat benefits you, makes you feel good. You get the vitamin D. I mean, you gotta be careful with like skin cancer and shit like that. But like, yeah, you feel good afterwards. Is it productive? I wouldn't really say that's the case. You kind of lost me on this one, Belmar. You tell me you're all day you're yapping on podcasts, and then what, you go tan for like a couple hours? When is the money making happening?
You have a razor that you use to shave.
Yeah.
If I give it to a child and he cuts his face, who's at fault? Is it the razor or is it the child? It can't be the razor because the razor's just the razor. The razor does what the razor does. The problem isn't the child either because the child is just immature. But if you give that same razor to a grown man, he's gonna shave normal. He's gonna understand how to use it.
Yeah.
So what is the premise? Is that a good thing at the wrong time can now become a dangerous thing?
I love that he's like dropping all these crazy analogies, like talking like an intellectual. Like his cadence, the way he's trying to engage you, the whole thing is like, I'm insightful, I've thought this through. And the whole time his hat says dimes on it. It's like wearing a hat that says like hot bitches on it or something like that. It's like, how can people take you seriously with dimes on your fucking hat? You ever been to Dime Square, bro? New York City. Fucking bottles and models, baby. That's how we do it. One of the comments says, this guy has the IQ of a puddle. Hey, do not talk about my boy like that. All right? He's one of my 300 dudes.
Talk about jack of all trades, master of none. Who told you that?
It's a common phrase.
Yeah, but who came up with that? What's the origin of that?
Isn't there a longer phrase to that?
Jack of all trades, master of life. The more that you know, the more that you know. Being good in one vertical alone isn't going to take you to your fullest potential. You need to be well-rounded. Jack of all trades is the master of life. Master everything. And once you break that down, it's like, oh, damn, that's true. What else is a lie? Everything.
Damn, okay, he's taking down ancient proverbs now. He's taking those fucking things down. Jack of all trades. Who even made that up, bro? It's fake. Jack of all trades, master of none? Yeah, right. Jacking off trades, master of cum. Holy fuck, man. Damn, that was poetry. I just made myself laugh very hard, which is actually quite sad. I think we gotta end the video there, man. That was too good. That was too good. Sorry, but that was funny. Master of cum. Jack of all trades. Master of none. Jacking off trades. Master of cum. Thanks for watching, guys. If you're one of my 300 dudes, please like this video for me. I'll know because this video will get exactly 300 likes. Appreciate you, and I'll see you next time for a video outside of the Matrix. And I'll see you next time, brokey.